morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. What is it today? Today's Tuesday. I was scalping the pre-market, looking for a bounce at the VWAP. Did not happen. It looks like we got some more down before we potentially get a push to the upside. We are hitting VWAP again, but we'll see. This bounce is pretty weak, so I had to get out of that trade, as you guys can see. I did trade, hold on for a second. I did trade the, who caught that China news? The tariff China, the Chinese tariff news last night. I had an alert for certain price action, and I'll show you guys that trade in a second. Walked out in nice screen there. I'll post that today. All right, so what do we got here? We got a flush. We got a flush all the way from around the 480 playing out right now. I've been scalping here looking for some plays, but there's been very little price action, so we'll see what this open does or offers. Ooh, what a nasty flush. I'm glad I got out of that trade. All right, so we are testing the 200 VWAP right now. I was looking for a bounce here earlier, but it was just too weak. It broke down. Just not seeing the strength in this bounce yet. I may reattempt, but since we're too close to the open, I'll probably just take the patience route for now. Good morning, everyone. My name is JC. Morning to the family. Anybody new to this channel, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. We're doing this live during a New York session. Like I said, I've been scalping here and there, but not really much movements. I was looking for the bounce here on this VWAP, but just didn't see the strength, so I got out of that trade. Slightly into green, but nothing to be impressed about yet. I was talking about the, oh, there's, now you give me the bounce, right? NQ will do things when it wants to do it, not when you want it. And there's the bounce, but we're too close to the open. I'll let that bounce go. So anyways, we had the overnight the China tariff news. We had a flush. We've been in this ascending channel since around 2 a.m. I tried to play the VWAP bounce in this area, did not get anything. So just called it a bad trade, got out for like, I don't know, a couple $100 or something, nothing to go too crazy about. So I'm going to be patient. Looks like we have more down potential on this move before we see any upside. Now let me show you the play of the night. So if you guys don't have alerts, make sure you set up your alerts. I have alerts on TradingView. I look for specific price action. In other words, let's say a 1 minute candle, you could set it whatever you want. Let's say you're scanning or you want the alert to tell you if you see a 1 minute candle that is more than 50 points, it'll start alerting you. So I got that alert last night, and as soon as I saw the alert, I ran to Hearn, Quantower, Tradeify, all my accounts on. And you'll see this trade in a second. Hold on. Here we go. This is the news. This is when China announced their tariffs against the U.S. on, I believe, coal. And at that point, I was in the living room watching TV, and I get the alert. So I rush, and I'm turning on Quantower. I'm turning on Tradeify, Tradeivate, Tick Trader. So I'm trying to get into this move, right? And that's all alert based. I wasn't trading around that time. As you can see, there's no trades going on. I was just going based on momentum at that point. I set the alert. I have my alerts on TradingView for 1 minute candles, 50-point moves. And that was so I look at the phone, I'm like, wow. So by the time I turned everything on, and I did catch the end of that move for about, I think it's like what, 50 points. Look at my exit right at the bottom. That was the pivot point. That's the 240 level that we were talking about in yesterday's morning stream. Targeted that, and look at that sniper exit on the short for about $1,300 across all 5 Tradeify accounts. So I told you guys I was going to trade Tradeify today. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, I'm already in the greens, so I'm leaving those alone. We're going to be trading Quantower. This is the same trade I took on Tradeify. So my funded accounts took a nice little win last night with the Chinese news. Let's go back to Quantower now. We got to make it happen for these accounts. Good morning to everybody. Oliver, do I trade my funded futures? I don't, because of the whole micro scalping thing. Rumors are they don't like the micro scalping. You guys have seen me. I micro scalp. I take micro scalping trade. That's not my main strategy. But if I need to get out of a losing trade quickly, I'm going to micro scalp it. Let's see, 7:20 a.m. For anybody new to the channel, I'm in Arizona. So my times are 2 hours behind New York Eastern. We are 10 minutes away from the New York Open. Zachariah, Oliver, Dijon, Bartz. Who else is here? Jimmy Trades, good morning. Good morning to everybody. So what am I looking for? I was watching this channel, The Break. I was looking for a potential bounce at VWAP. Didn't like the trade. Got a little bit of profit there, but not happy. I'm glad I got out. As you can see, it did flush below the 20 and the 200. And this is another day that we have the 20 and the 200 as an area of confluence. I hate these type of days. Sometimes you'll see a lot of choppiness. So we're going to take it very easy, very slow, being patient. We'll wait for the open and see what the market brings us. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Anyone new to the channel, my name is JC. I trade NASDAQ, nasty NASDAQ NQ futures every single day. This is week 1 of doing it live. Yesterday, we caught some good trades, some bad trades. I did take a look at some of the trades from yesterday. I always journal. I always take a look at my trades. So I did pick up some learning lessons from yesterday. And I think the main lesson in general with trading is careful with your bias. Although I did pull off a green day and, I had risk management, 20-point stops, 3-to-1 trades. And that's why I was able to be profitable. I really was trading against the trend. And, you can come out green trading against the trend. But it probably would have been a little easier had I looked for a long position yesterday versus shorting. Now, I was looking for some juicy shorts in the sense of flushes. The winning trades, I went back, all the winning trades were 50-point plus. Not all of them, the 2 winning trades, while the losing trades were held to 20-point stops. But the winners were 50, I even caught a 60-point trade, that last one. So, it's being careful with your bias, but at the same time, you can pull off winning trades, trading against the market, but you really got to be careful with your levels. And, we stuck to the plan. I think with news, sometimes you come into the market, in your mind, this is going to go down, this is going to go down. And clearly I was short biased yesterday. Sure, caught, 60-point pullbacks. But I think in retrospect, there were some juicy longs that I did not take because of the short bias. But hey, you learn as you go. I did take a look, like I said, at those trades. That is something I do all the time. I do journal. It's part of, this process, this journey, becoming profitable is taking a look at even your winning days, what could I have done better? And that was the learning lesson from yesterday. We had a strong push on the Trump tariff news with Mexico and Canada. And, myself, or a lot of traders were short biased. The problem was around mid morning, you had Canada and Mexico offer, treaty agreements on that tariff that basically reversed the whole thing. We had a 100-point bounce pretty early yesterday that as I was streaming, failed to realize that was a strong indication for the longs. Again, I did pull it off. I did pull off, what was it? I think 700 or 800 bucks in the green yesterday, counter trading with proper risk management. There was no casino trading or anything like that. But again, learning lesson. I always take a look at my trades. I hold myself accountable, and we're doing this live. You saw some red trades, some green trades. We saw some good stuff yesterday. Sawdust and Blinker. Good morning, bud. Thanks for the coffee. I appreciate it. Morning to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know you guys got a lot of options during the morning session. You got all the pros, right? So thanks for tuning in. We're going to start doing this live. Yesterday was the first New York session, and today we're going to do it again. So what am I looking for here? Big picture, right? We were in this channel, ascending channel through the overnight. We've broken out of that channel. We are at VWAP right now. I was looking for a bounce at VWAP, but just did not see the strength. So I had to close that trade. Fortunately, I did close it. Otherwise, I would have been in the red right now. So we're trying to see what's going to happen at this VWAP. If we're unable to position ourselves above VWAP, then I could see potential downside here. We're at a pivot point, the 440 level to the downside. We'll see. We'll see what the volatility during the open brings. But it's been choppy. It's been nasty choppy. And there's that bounce that I was looking for earlier for VWAP. Again, I was on a long here looking for a potential bounce, a stronger bounce. So we'll see. Now we're too close to the open. I got to let that bounce go. But this was the bounce that I was looking for earlier, obviously above this level. So if we can't push above this, right now the 200 SMA is providing resistance at the 440. That's also the pivot point. So we shall see. Sawdust and Blinker. Morning, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And now I get to enjoy a coffee thanks to Sawdust. So I appreciate you. Right after win or lose today, I'll grab me some Starbucks. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. More importantly, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. It's been slow movements. I'm afraid we might have a chop fest today, and it's going to be very difficult to trade this. We've had very short burst movements. But the open can change all of that. Right now we are, the levels to look at is resolution of the pivot point at 440, which is what we're contesting right now. That's why it's been so choppy after the break of this channel. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do at this pivot point at 440. We had the initial, what do I have, 2 minutes? Let's take a look at the 15-minute real quick. Right, we had that initial push after last night's flush. We pushed all the way to the 440 level, which is where the pivot point is right now. The 200 and the 20 SMA, this is the bounce that I was talking about, that I wanted a stronger bounce. It's not happening yet. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But gonna be a little patient since we really haven't seen any moves happen yet. Back to the 1 minute, yeah. So another attempted bounce with a rejection. So I think we're rejecting on the pivot point at this morning. Gabriel, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is JC. I trade NASDAQ, NQ futures every single day. We are 10 seconds away from the open. Let's go. Got a couple levels that I'm watching for longs and shorts, so we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to be very patient today. No need to rush anything. And here we go. It's open. So we saw the initial push below the 200 with a failure, pushing below the 200 SMA, at least right now. Now we are continuing to the downside. We may flush down to around the 380 level, and then at that point I'll probably look for a long. Or is this it? But it's choppy. It's choppy and not much action going on yet. We have news at 10 a.m. Is that 10 a.m. news? 10 a.m. news, job openings and factory orders. So we may have to watch and be patient today. So we're trying to resolve the 410, 412 area. Is this going to be the launch pad to the upside? We do have VWAP at 420. We're trying to position above VWAP. I'd be interested in a long above VWAP, so we'll see. Weak. Not much. Regardless of the direction, it's still very weak. There we go. That's a 20, 40 point bounce now. We're testing the 200 SMA right now. We've been above now the 200 SMA. We're testing that 4-hour level at 460. Rejected at that magenta level. Look at the accuracy of these levels. Initial rejection right at that magenta line. Are we going to trap some bulls here, or are we going to continue to push up? So if we go back, I'm going to try a long. Did not enter. Got a tight stop. 20 point stop on that. Looking for the breakout above this. This is breaking now above 20 SMA. But we could see a rejection here at that magenta level. And I'm only going to risk 20 points on this attempted breakout. Trapped. So anybody who tried to long like I have right now, we're being trapped. And I'll take a 20 point stop on that. Or we might see the push to the upside. I agree. The stop should have been the entry. That's where the 200 and the 20 SMA are providing support. So we'll see. It is weak. I'm not liking it. There we go. I need more momentum. So at this point, because it's weak, my stop moves in to minimize the loss. At this point, if we were really going to break out, we should have broken out a little stronger. So I'm going to play a tighter stop. We are struggling at that magenta level, push up. So no need to push a stronger loss. Let's take the loss and we'll readjust if we're truly going to push up. Now we might see a pullback to the 20 and the 200. I'll attempt another long there if we're truly looking for a long, but it is choppy right now. If I see strength in this, I'll go in again. Tight stop. And again, no continuation. There we go. Come on, we need continuation on this play. There we go. Stop goes in below the bottom wick. I'm looking for continuation, so I'm not, something like this on a breakout should have way more strength on a open. So if it's going to be choppy like this, we're going to have to be patient. Very choppy. I like stronger movements. So let's wait for a potential retest of the 200 SMA and the 20, and then attempt the long down here. Now, if it takes off here, it's going to be tough to long again. Long in the top at that point. Maybe let's wait for the top of this move and we'll look at a potential short or a potential pullback for an entry for a long again. Choppy. Every move, every push up comes with a push down. Pushing. It's pushing 480. All right, we're reaching the top of the overnight session around the 500 level. This is where decisions got to be made. There's the push up to, now we're looking at the 200 SMA at around 520, potential rejection there. A little further up and I may be interested in a short. Yeah, we're all looking for red candles at this point. We missed the move. All right, here's the touch of the 200 SMA, which is that 520, 540 level. Is this going to be the push up to 600? Wow. Or is this it? I'm going to try a short here. Playing the rejection of the 200 SMA here, but it's probably a little too early. We may have a little further push up before the rejection. However, it looks like it may play out in my favor. Now I'm looking for continuation. This could be just a pullback and then boom, exactly what's happening right now. I was looking for a continuation on that pullback, not getting continuation. So we're gonna have to probably take, or just let it play out. I'd like a stronger red candle to the downside, and at that point I'll trail my stop for the downside, but looks like this is just a pullback for further upside. Yep. Read more bears. Here we go. No, not liking it. Not liking it. There we go. Stronger, stronger. All right, so at this point, I'm not going to give up profits. I'm going to have to come in and bring the stop a little closer because it's not happening. Wanted a stronger flush, so there's no need to give up too much of this play. Okay. And let's reevaluate on a further push. Anybody who's trying to short there, they will have a stop hunt run. We'll take a look at VWAP around 530 as potential, not VWAP, 200 SMA as potential next push up. We're testing the overnight. All right, so now we're touching 200 SMA once again. It's weak. So I'll monitor this. If we don't see a strong push above that, the 200 SMA might provide the rejection that I'm looking for. But we're going to be patient on this one. Let's get a little more confirmation that this is the end of the move to the upside before I attempt to short again. This magenta level right here, we could see the rejection there. That's where your 200 SMA is located. All right, here we go. Potential second entry on a short for anybody playing that 200 SMA. Let's try it one more time. Need a strong flush. If I don't see it, I'll get out. Looking for a strong flush here. No rejection at the 200 SMA as of yet. But keeping a tight stop. I'm not going to give it too much wiggle room today. Bulls are definitely in control right now. We're still not seeing the bears come in with any strong movements to the downside. I could see the potential target here testing the 200 SMA, but we need more strength than these lousy pullbacks. You know, we need way stronger movements than this. I'm going to bring in my stop again closer to break even or capture some profits. Going to play it very tight today. Although I may get it, I'm not interested in giving up too much of that profit. This is the second time we're attempting to break below 480 and the bulls are holding it. Come on. Nope. So we'll get stopped there. Okay, that's fine. But it's been choppy, man. I hate choppiness, you guys. I love my continuation plays. We'll see. We'll see. Now, if I see a sharp red candle, I'll FOMO in just because of the choppiness. But we'll see. We may have another. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, depending on what happens at this level right here that we've been attempting to break, if we do break it at this point, I may get in. But we have not been able to, at least right now, this is the area that's being contested. It's that 480, 490 level, breaking below that. I'll watch there for a potential short again at the top. Let's try this one more time. Bulls are strong today. All right, this is where we need that strong, strong red candle. Come on, reject like you're supposed to. If not, we'll get stopped out. But it's choppy. It's going to be very difficult to trade this choppiness. Okay, stopped out there. See how much more movement it wants to the upside. Now we are going to be touching 200 SMA. We all want that flush down, but everybody's playing the same flush down right now. That's the problem. NQ won't do what the majority wants. It's going to do what the minority wants. Anybody who's long in this right here at the top gets risky. All right, so 200 SMA touch right now. We are now breaking above 200 SMA. So potentially I may have to look for a pullback to get in for a long. Initial rejection at that 540 level. All right, what's going to happen here now? Come on, strong. I need a strong red candle. Not getting it again. So no need to... I'll bring my stop closer to about 10 points on this one. We're not getting the flush. No need to give it all up. All right, guys, so I guess we're gonna have to find a way to long this. No flush yet. And stopped out. All right, so we're going to have to find a way to long this now. Is it as easy as saying, let's get in on this play? Stop fighting the bulls? Watch it flush now. All right, I do see the topping here. If we don't get the push now that on this area, we're gonna have to fade this. It's playing with our minds here. So I'm trading 150K accounts. So I got some drawdown on them. But we'll see. We'll see how this choppiness plays out. We tried to fade it. We tried to long it. And the choppiness is not not playing in my favor yet. King Caesar's in the house. I'm going to bring my stop somewhere closer to this action. Here we go. Trail the profits. Again, at this point, I'm just playing some upside. See where this is going to be the fading point. But it's choppy for sure. Not the nice continuation I like. All right, so let's see where the short comes into play. Everybody's trying to fade this. Is going to be one of those days that is just a green day. Just keep going up and killing everybody who's trying to fade it. We'll see. We'll be a little patient. It's just so damn choppy. We're all frustrated. All right. Can't go up forever. But it also can. All right, so we are approaching that 600 level now. And it just keeps pushing. All right, here we go. Rejection was bought right back up. Yep, that was a nice little stop hunt run. Anybody who was long in that top. Oh, so there's news on Iran versus Trump. Let me take a look at Bloomberg. Where is the fading here? Looks like there is no fade today. It looks like anybody trying to fade it will pay dearly today, so we'll see. All right, let's watch Is this another pullback entry for a long? Oof, oof, oof. Nasty. Wow. Wow. What a freaking move. 200 points. So what kind of news just dropped? Oh, we just had the 10 a.m. news. That was job openings and factory orders. So we'll see. Try to fade this here. Nah, no sharp selling yet. No sharp selling yet. Come on, flush. Nope. Baby pullbacks. Baby pullbacks. And they're all being bought up. Nada. All right, so we're gonna have to long this now. Stop trying to fade the market. It's not going too good yet. Nothing. Wow. And gonna get stopped out again on an attempted short. So I think the lesson here is stop trying to short it. Wow. We are in the red. Full tilt day today, guys. Yeah, I'm obviously short biased, and I've been paying dearly for being short biased. So I guess at this point, might as well try the long on a pullback. Let's go with the market then. Friend is your friend, but I may be late to the party at this point. But we'll see. Yeah, it's one of those days where you gotta play the trend. Been a choppy move up, but I'll let it play up. Let's let the news play out then. All right, so then we do have a pivot point at 680. So potential target 680 for now. Recover some of the losses, which is that magenta level up there. So let's put it right below. after attempting to short the trend. We've got some green. That's 2 days in a row, very short biased, and you pay dearly. Sometimes you do have to look at the trend. Trend is your friend. Yes, shorting tops is fun, but if the trend is going up, you got to adjust quickly. Now, what I got to make some decisions here is, do I want to take a pullback here or take some profit first? Maybe let's take one contract off here without getting too greedy. Oh, what just happened there? Well, let me close everything before I lose focus here. Here we go. Okay, so we do have one contract. Good. Let's put a stop here. I don't want to take a full pullback. I am trading 150K accounts. There's a stop. So we took a little bit of green there, but maybe wait for a pullback here and look for an entry on another long, since the market is pushing up. $600 entry would be interesting. Well, let's wait for this pullback and look for a long at this point. Mohammed, how'd you doing today? You're the King Bull. I'm assuming you're up, Mohammed. We got a little tilt day going on today, but I told you guys I'm going to bring you the green days, the red days, and the tilt days. We are trading some evals here, some 150 evals. I think we got Bulenox, Take Profit Trader, Topstep. I showed you guys the trade I took last night with Tradeify. Those are in the green, $1,300 up. All right, is that the bounce there at the 620 level? Maybe I'll start with one contract for a long. Or do we need a stronger pullback before we get back in? Or was this the pullback that I was waiting for? Is this the time to short the market? I am interested now in longs. Obviously, bulls are in control. We did see the bounce on that 1 hour level at the 620. We're going to be a little patient. this point waiting for a pullback for a potential long entry. Unless this is, you got a pivot point at 680 where I could see some type of rejection there. $620 is holding. Doji candle. Interesting. See if that 620 level breaks. Otherwise, we'll be patient. We got a tilt day going on today. 620 holding. Got some significant red today. What are we down? 1,500 bucks? Ouch. All right, bounce at the 620. 620 is holding. Now we're in little consolidation zone. Old flag area. Mohammed, how's your trading going today? Are you up like 3 grand again? So we'll wait what happens at the pivot point, 680. Potential push all the way up there. Wow. $300, all right. It's not too shabby. All right, pivot point. All right, so the pivot point rejection at 670, 680 area. Let's get another push up here. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to set the stop above this high. No continuation. And right back up. And chopped up today. 185 bucks. I'm down 1700. This could be a full tilt day. Oh no. I am trading 150k evals, Topstep, Take Profit, Bulenox, Apex. All right, here we go. Nope. Bulls are not letting this come down. All right, we're testing that 620 level again. That's where it's bounced multiple times. If we don't get a push below 620, this could be the bounce area again for the upside. $620 providing support right now for the bulls. Need a strong candle to break below that. Otherwise, this is just another bouncing point for the bulls. Bart, so I'm there with you, man. I took some red today for sure. Nowhere close to my daily loss limits, but for sure red. All right, so 620 level is at least locally right now providing support. It's becoming a critical level on this move. It's been the bounce area right now for this consolidation zone, potential bull flag formation right here with no pullback. Anybody trying to short this trend like I have is paying dearly today. That 620 level is holding. Bulls are not giving it up. Bulls have not given up anything really since the open. Because I've been so short biased and trying to counter trend, I've paid dearly today. That's what happens sometimes. So let me know, fam, how are you doing? Who's into green? Who's got some nice green going? So 620 is going to be the Achilles heel for the Bears. If they're unable to break below that, King Caesar, nicely done. I mean, you were probably pretty smart. You just played the trend to the upside. Good, Muhammad. Yeah, today is one of those days. If you were right in the right mindset and played this to the upside, you banked. Although it was choppy, I'll take a look at the trades later or the video on just how this moved. Clearly, it's been a bull day. The only green I have is my juice. For me, now approaching full tilt moment, obviously over trading at this point. I may have to just do the right thing if I get stopped out, which it looks like I will, and just call it a day. I'm nowhere close to my daily loss limits on these 150K accounts, but what? Potentially 2 grand in the red across 5 accounts. That's when you say to yourself, buddy, you're not in line, you're not in sync with the market, you're trying to counter trend it, it's not your day, go walk the dogs, go get that coffee that somebody just bought me here on the chat, and call it a day. My Tradeify and Tick Trader accounts are up 1,300 after last night's China flush to the downside. So there's a little bit of hope in today's trading, but yeah, this is clearly tilt, trying to recover losses, and you're gonna have those days. I promised I was gonna bring those days live, and I wasn't gonna hide them. It's just not. You gotta learn. You're not always gonna be right. There's going to be bull runs that you're in sync and you line up and you're long biased, and I'll play the same move to the upside and walk out with some nice green. Today, for whatever reason, 2 days in a row, very short biased. Yesterday I recovered. Today it doesn't look like I'll recover, and that's fine. Maybe it's a good time to just get the hell out, call it a day, and realize you're wrong. It happens. So consolidation here between 620 and 640. We're going to touch that 620 level again. Bears have been unable to push below that. Bulls have been very good holding that level. But we'll see. We'll see. There they go. They're 620 bounce again. Now, if we bounce here once again, that's potentially game over for the Bears. And this will be a bounce to the upside, and probably my time to say, JC, not your day. Why don't you go walk the dogs? Yeah, 620. They're unable to push below 620. $620 bounce again. So we're in that consolidation zone. And I think at this point, that's game over for my short. If bulls have been able to hold that 620 area after this huge move, there's definitely further upside. Yeah, look at the strength on that bounce at 620. So I've been reading it completely backwards today, playing backwards today, and paid dearly for counter trend trading. It happens. That's what a tilt day is. You're trading against the market, and you're not in sync with it. But there's no need to push my max or my daily loss limit or my max loss limit on these accounts. Although they're 150K accounts and they can take drawdown, I'm taking probably half of the daily loss limit on these accounts, or a little bit over 1% at this point in terms of a loss. But that's a good sign. Call it a day. King Caesar's up. Nicely done. So we got some consolidation. This could be bear flag formation, and it's just a matter of time before we see the next bounce to the upside. You can scalp that range from 620 to about 650 and get some nice green there. But with my over trading today and tilt, probably best to call it a day. It's trading. It happens. Well, for anybody new to my channel, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. We're probably going to call it a day very soon. That's going to be $2,000 in the red today across 5 evals or 5 challenge accounts on Tradeify and Tick. You guys saw my trade earlier, or not the trade, the recap of that trade. On my funded accounts, I'm up about 1,300. I traded that China news last night and had a nice little play. But today, fast forward to today, 5 accounts in the red: Apex, State Profit Trader, Topstep, and Bulenox. They're all 150K accounts. At 620 level, ooh, now 630 is becoming the basing. So the bulls have positioned themselves above 620. Now it's that 635 level that they're trying to use as their basing for potential upside. So lessons today. Trend is your friend. There are range days, and there are days that range trading is not going to work. Been range trading for so long, for the last week or two. Finally, we get a range day, and you can't get your mind out of it. You get caught in tilt. All right, so we are the 620 level has now been defeated. Bulls took care of that. Now we're contesting the 640, and if we hold here at 640, we'll see a push again to that 660, potentially the 680 level where you have that pivot point. 700 today, we might see it. So we'll see. All right, now we have another attempted sell-off, but all these sell-offs are being bought up pretty quickly. So because of my short bias, I paid dearly. So no significant pullback since this bull rally started, which is insane. We had what, 420, 200 point move to the upside. And like I said, if I get stopped out there, that is it. All right, so now they've positioned themselves above 640, 645. Next level to target is where my stop is, and at that point, that's it. That's it for JC today. You guys caught it. Red day, full tilt, big losses. I promised I was not going to hide the tilt days. I am trading 5 150K evals, Apex, Take Profit Trader, Topstep. Who else is down there? Bulenox. Fortunately, we did have a green day on the funded accounts. I'll show you guys when I get stopped out on the play there. So Tradeify and Tick Trader comfortably above $1,000 for the day, but the challenge accounts did not do so well today, thanks to my counter trend trading and tilt. And bye-bye. All right, so that is it for today. You guys caught my big red day. What is it? 2 grand in the red across 5 accounts. That's 10 grand in the red. But I did promise that I was not going to just or hide the tilt days. You saw it live. That is pretty much over trading at this point. I'm in full tilt mode, so it's time to call it a day, get out. But you guys saw an example of when not to fade the trend. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name is JC. For anybody new to the channel, I trade NASDAQ NQ Futures. Start doing this live. I've said I'll bring you the red days, the green days, tilt days like today. You got a little taste of tilt. But these are 150K accounts. There's no need to hit daily loss limits. I think I'm about halfway through in terms of drawdown. So tomorrow's another day. I do live to trade another day tomorrow and hopefully recover from this. Tradeify and Tick Trader did a lot better. Those accounts. Let's see if I can pull up my Tick Trader accounts and Tradeify. Those did substantially better. Why is it not showing up? But I'm not trading those since I'm pretty close to the consistency rule with Tradeify specifically. Here we go. These took the Chinese news flush. That's why I'm not trading them during the open today. Those already have 1,300 in the green. So the important ones, my Tick Trader, my Tradeify accounts did okay, but going back to this, 2 grand, that's 10 G's, 5 accounts, no need to hide it, full tilt day. Do me a favor, if you haven't, smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I post content. That's it for today, and we'll log this one as JC's Full Tilt Day live. Have a good one, everyone. Happy trading, and for those of you that are green, awesome trading.